like I said. Yeah, let's get on down to nitty-gritty like I said. Yeah, let's get on down to nitty-gritty like I said. Yeah, let's get on down to nitty-gritty like I said. Like I said.
Hi everyone and welcome. We bring you a regular season game with extra importance. This is game 3 of the NBA Cup, a vital group stage contest. Here with Grant Hill, Doris Burke, and Ali LaForce. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining us at the broadcast table tonight, our very special guest, Shams Charania. Great to have you with us, Shams.
Great to be here, BA. Great to be here with you guys. I very much look forward to this.
See if you say that when you're done with this here. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at the Clippers, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Knicks are, they made it clear from the jump they were coming for the #1 seed. And they've got to feel good knowing it's theirs now. It gives them the best chance to come away with the championship.
Now, New York starting 5. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Charlotte, Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. And it's Knipple in at the 3. Tip-off goes to the Hornets. Inside, here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
And you look at this draft class for the Hornets, Shams. What stands out to you?
Immediately, BA, I'm told that front office is prioritizing culture, guys that want to play the right way. And in Knipple and McNeely, they added shooting and grit. And for a team that's trying to up its toughness and tenacity, they threw like just what the doctor ordered. So this Hornets organization is very happy about their additions.
It'll be a very interesting team to watch.
Definitely. LaMelo Ball has a lot of upside. What can he do with some guys that are going to bring some culture to this team?
And let's send it over to Ali LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we've got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Ali. Uh-oh, now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And by the look of it, guys, this could be serious.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? At any time you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. Bridges against Miller. To the wing, right side. Here's Towns. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. You know, Shams, last year we heard stars like Kevin Durant say they wish more attention was paid to the game. There is great attention paid to the game in a lot of different areas, and I know a lot of the older players are a little uncomfortable with that. Where do you stand on all of this?
Well, listen, BA, every player deserves to have their perspective heard, and they're the ones playing. They're the product at the end of the day. Trades, signings, free agency, coach hirings, firings, that's all a part of the game as well. I think everyone in the game understands that. For me, as long as I'm being fair, accurate, responsible with everything that I do and my information, that's all that matters. I think that's all players, coaches, execs care about.
Pass to Knipple. To the middle, Diabate, and he jams it home with authority.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Brunson passes to Anunoby. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. And let's have a look at our rookie leaderboard and see which players were at the top of the assist numbers these last 10 games. Fifth on the list, Con Knipple.
I mean, you love the way he's connecting with his teammates. The timing has been a surprise.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. It's a 5-point game. And one thing you can say about today's NBA, Shams, it keeps you guessing.
Oh, does it? I mean, this is an era of wide-open competition. We've seen the flattening of the lottery odds, the big comebacks, especially in the playoffs this past year, a different champion each season. These are exciting times to be sure, and I think continuingly with this collective bargaining agreement, we're going to see more and more parity in the league.
And a year-round news cycle, which is good for you.
I'll be ready, BA. You know this is much more fun for me.
Here's Ball. The Knicks making their last shot. 4-3. Hits a three-pointer.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. He's checked in for New York. And Shams, the last few years, teams often giving up a lot of draft picks when they traded for a difference maker.
The market has changed, BA, and the thought process has been, assuming the trade moves the needle, those picks you're giving up aren't very good. But listen, if the trade doesn't work, you just gave up the farm. And that's the risk-reward that you play with as a general manager.
Now here's Towns. 8 points in his last time out.
Why, the go-to scorer that Karl Anthony Towns is. Yes, he can shoot the three, folks. You better check him.
And stolen by Brunson. Fast break, New York. Oh, he picked him clean on the break. Pass to Salah. Let's go with a three. To the left side wing. The three. Towns with a rebound. Knicks trail by 3. And Harden with a basket on the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists in the game.
That's all grit from Josh Hart. This guy will mix it up on the interior.
Here's Sexton, and they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
New York working the ball around now. Hart from long range. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Diabate. Here's McNeely. Pulls up on the wing. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Sexton looking around. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Josh Hart getting it done for New York. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And it's approaching 2 decades since the launch of the modern smartphone, Shams. It's put the game in the palm of your hand.
Well, you know, I don't go anywhere without my phone, and of course, that accessibility is a key part of why Adam Silver says the league is supercharged by technology. Social media and our phones are a big part of the game.
Can you imagine it any other way at this point?
Absolutely not.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce for an injury update on Mason Plumlee.
I did speak to the head athletic trainer for the Hornets. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. This being November, they have some time to work through their options. We'll see which way they go.
Allie, thanks for the report. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Colin Sexton out there with ball. Then there's James, and it's Diabate in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. And more we're seeing teams run one center with 4 perimeter players, Shams. What's changed?
Well, it's a copycat league. When things are going great, other teams want to copy. And so what we're seeing now is teams' most effective lineups, more shooting and more mobility. That usually overbalances any deficit you have as far as shot blocking or rebounding in today's NBA.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
People dancing. Yes, that's it. Come on, fans. Let's hear it. There you go. Let's go.
Knipples checked in for James. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Shamet. Hornets trail by 8, and Shams, the landscape of the Eastern Conference drastically shifted by the run of Achilles tears in last year's playoffs.
Yeah, BA, it felt like one after the other. Every week there was something big in the playoffs last year, and devastating for the teams particularly, but the league at large. In situations like these, only amplify those voices saying that the league has to find a way to figure out how to protect players from injury. Is it lesser regular season games during the regular season? Is there a formula? Is there a method to potentially decrease the amount of significant injuries we see?
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back over to you, Brian.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, thank you. The 3 from Ball, and he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
That's his second triple this quarter after hitting one earlier. This is how you space the floor.
And out of bounds, Charlotte will have it.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
Some changes for Charlotte. Bridges comes in for Williams, and Miller subbed in for Sexton. And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Bridges passes to Ball. And Shams, we're seeing a transition in regional media. The RSN, the Regional Sports Network, with cord cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcasters, big guys, especially here at 2K TV, but the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
Now here's Anunoby. Still no points. Back to Bridges. Miller pulls it in.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Back to Ball. Fires the 3. That doesn't go either for Ball.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Hip-hop crew.
checked in for Charlotte. New York also changing it up. Shamet comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. There's a minute 34 left in the second quarter. Miller outside. Bridges outside. Fires for three. Charlotte again missing.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
DA, no problem. Always glad to join, but I got to go. I got to get to this new home.
Man's got things to do.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
And New York has possession. After the basket by Charlotte. Outside Sexton. Pass to Miller. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Over Sexton. And Brunson with the bucket. On the assist from Anunoby. Brunson's got 7 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
For three, Bridges. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Anunoby passes to Robinson. That one doesn't drop. Robinson with a steal. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. New York out in front, leading by 17. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan at court shot. Drums. They're thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the New York Knicks.
Their efficiency on offense has been off the charts. Credit them for coming out and executing.
The players are happy. The coaches are happy. Let's see if that sticks in half number 2. And circling back to the first half, what about these 2 point guards?
You might think I only like seeing the big man battles. You're half right. I prefer those, but this guard matchup is fun too.
Nice of you to say, big fella. Thanks for humoring the rest of us.
You're welcome, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. It's been quite a game for Josh Hart.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So on the floor for New York, we've got OG Anunoby. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Outside Hart. Lets it go from deep. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Hart's got 13.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
There's Ball with a three. Counted from distance.
LaMelo Ball said, I see your triple and I raise you one of my own.
Here's Brunson. And Anunoby for three. And the Knicks, another three.
Oh, he's hot coming out of the break. 3 up, 3 down.
Bridges outside. Back to Ball. Lets the three fly. And Charlotte, another three.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And when it comes to rebounding, these are the rookies who are leading the pack over the last 10 games. Second is Con Knippel.
You have to appreciate the energy he shows down in the paint, using his body well to push around the other guys and keep his position.
Here's Brunson. 9 points in the game. Outside Anunoby from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Knippel. Launches it. And Charlotte, another three.
The rookie Con Knippel with the confident answer. A three of his own after the one on the other side.
And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
For three, Bridges. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets trail by 17. Ball outside. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. 5 for 11 in the game now. The Knicks have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. New York working the ball around now. Here's Towns. The rebound by Bridges.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Ball into the lane. And here's Knippel from the arc. He buries it from three. Knippel's got 6 points in the quarter.
Bang, bang, as they say. Knippel with a quick release off the catch.
Here's Brunson. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Making a change here. Salon's checked in. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game. But the efficiency is at an all-time high.
Bridges outside. And some solid defense from Towns.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
This one for three. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Towns. Bridges has got 11.
Yeah, canning it from the corner isn't as easy as Bridges made it look that time.
Miller can't get it to go. New York leading by 19. It's Hart on the wing. Fires from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Hart's got 6 in the quarter.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Bridges passes to Miller. Out to Bridges. Will it go? And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And here's Brunson from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
3 points.
And Paul will bring it up here for Charlotte. Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
And checking out some numbers for LaMelo Ball.
Over the past 5 games, his assist totals have been slipping. He and his teammates just don't seem to be clicking right now. Hopefully that's something he can correct tonight.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. To the inside. And there's James from the arc. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Kicks it out Towns. Outside Brunson. Takes the 3. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
Brunson against Sexton, and Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Connaughton, left side. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
And so it's New York with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back with you shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Colin Sexton. He's out there with LaMelo Ball, and it's Salon in at the 4-man position. That's the Hornets 5.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And it's Alvarado missing. Charlotte is shooting 47% in this one, looking efficient. James outside, pass to Sexton. James outside. And a miss there on the triple. New York leading by 22. Here's Shamet. Drops in the layup for 2.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Ball right side. Fires the 3. Again the miss by the Hornets. Well, the Knicks shooting the ball incredibly well tonight. 73% from the floor. Now here's Sexton. He's closely guarded. Puts the move on, and he hits the jump shot.
That unpredictability helps Colin Sexton. He keeps defenders off balance. You don't know what this guy's going to do.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Knipples checked in for James. And a switch here also for New York. Hart's checked in for Robinson. Knicks leading by 22. Pass to Shaman. Right side, Anunoby. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Can't cash it in from close range. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And, you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Bridges comes in for Salon, and Brandon Miller subbed in for Sexton.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
There's the three. Buries it from three. Anunoby's got 9 points here in the second half.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Towns, right side. The steal. Now the Hornets moving it up. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Towns passes to Alvarado. Here's Hart. Pass to Anunoby. Now here's Alvarado. New York working the ball around now. Now here's Towns. Hounded by Ball. Just 5 on the clock. Shot's good by Towns.
I'll say this. Nice play by Towns. This guy can get it done. Back to the basket or facing up, doesn't matter.
Bridges, right side. Ball outside. From behind the arc. Charlotte again missing. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Outside Anunoby. The three is up. Drills it from deep.
Boy, just tremendous concentration on deep range. OG Anunoby is really coming along as a shooter.
There's Ball with a three. They get it again. Three-pointer, Bridges. And Anunoby pulls it down. And here are the Knicks. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Shots good by Hart. 18 points for Josh Hart.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And what a huge performance it was for Jalen Brunson.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter. And it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
A new lineup here for Charlotte.
Boy, at his position, man knows generating offense is his responsibility. He's always looking for chances to set his guys up.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
To the paint. Here's Salon. And he bangs it home with one hand.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. McBride, chalk up 2 there.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Man misses. Clarkson against James. That's short off the rim.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. That win brings them to a 3-0 start for the group play stage of the NBA Cup.
And now they're focused on getting a clean sweep over their group before moving on to knockout rounds.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.